Hello, that's YouTube, and welcome back to the channel where we are building the city of Carborg. In today's episode, we're first gonna fix a few of the mistakes that we did in the last episode, and then see that we can crawl a little bit more towards what I've been teasing over the past few episodes, and that is the downtown area. So yeah, crawling towards that, preparing for that. But let's first start with a few errors that we made last episode and that have to be fixed and changed. And one of those things is I built this nice interchange over here, but it is a little bit flawed, and the reason for that is basically every time a car has to turn left, it slows traffic down. And what we're to a certain degree seeing here is that, you know, they're taking the left route over here to go onto the highway, whilst in principle, taking this way and then the highway route should be faster. Well, it isn't, and that is the weird issue of City Skyline. So what we're doing to fix this is pretty much slowing down the outer route. Yeah, once this is slowed down, then we should see more cars actually taking the right path here, and then go on to take this this bridge. Like, how is this called in English? I don't know the word, but like take this to go onto the highway. So let's see if that fixes the issue, because yeah, I saw this in the off in between and wasn't really happy, because then I could have just built a diamond interchange. Even though that is also like not that is not very efficient. But yeah, let's see how things go. They turn left here. Are they actually going on this highway to really just turn around? They still do it. Why is this happening? Well, I'll have to take a more proper look why this is still happening. It's probably because this still seems to be shorter than taking this route, which I don't understand why. Probably not efficient enough in terms of the curve. But yeah, it's the first time I built this interchange of Imperator. I linked it in the last video in the description. Yeah, it's, of course it's not perfect. I just hope it works. Otherwise I may have to just, like, you know, call a mulligan and just rebuild it. That is the first fix. The second fix that we're going to do now, I'm gonna pause the game for that quickly, is we still have this issue with like university students. And well, like looking at these faculties, each of these has like what, 100 students. Whilst I like this build of like having this little faculty in here, it doesn't help us at the moment. So what I will do is I will turn these buildings off. That is sad, but we should now see all of these students just empty the vacant. What is this called? Vacant the premises. But yeah, because we want the students over here and sign up over in this university to boost it. So hopefully, yeah, 318. Now it should hopefully go up, so that we have enough university students to even reach level 2 finally in this episode and make some progress. Cool, so those are the main two errors that I wanted to fix. Now up into how we want to expand. And expanding, I want to do, I'm still like, you know, keeping one eye open if there's anyone like taking the route as they should be taking it. No. This guy is again like turning left. I don't understand it. I'll try one more thing. I'll pause this quickly. And this one more thing will pretty much just be, I will extend the way that it takes to go onto the highway. I've done this with this two-lane road. This is way longer. This is probably even already like too long. Like, just doesn't look good. I think it's probably because this is not short enough. Let's see if that fixes the issue, at least over on this side. Apparently, yes. Look at this. There's people taking this route. I don't know why these guys are going here, just to make a turn. But yeah, I should also build out. Now it's just a little bit longer over here. But let's see how it works. Bug fixing. Yes. Oh. Yeah, I did a mistake. I'm an idiot. It happened again. Okay, you know, this can happen. So we take the 2-lane one-way road with grass and upgrade this. Because otherwise, you know, people are not supposed to like use this as an exit here. What was I thinking? But let's see. There's some motor bicycle driver taking this route. Nice. It seems to work now. Those two are still going right. Makes sense because it's a 2-lane road. This guy goes over here. Okay, this guy apparently just took this way. There seems to be an imbalance. I'll keep an eye on this. And then we shall see. Like all of these guys are taking... Yeah, I will keep an eye on this and I hope it is now fixed. But if not, then, you know, we'll see. So my plan is pretty much now to extend on the city, or like on the district of Hoglar. Over here, what I actually want to do is build some sort of a mall. I think this would be really, really cool. So yeah, let's figure out how to do this. Actually, kinda, I'm thinking most of the stuff's like, okay, how do I want to do public transport? And one thing that I could see is also that right next, because I don't think I will build anything up here. So it could be that over here we're taking this, we're taking the tram, not the tram, the metro, and take it like underground, and then have like a metro bus stop next to the tram. I think there could be something, but for now, I think the next thing that I will do is I will work on the network over here and how we extend Hoglar. It goes a weird way, like up the hill. I think the hill is like pretty much here. Let's turn the typography on for it. Yeah, it's up here. So I don't really have a straight road up to the hill, except for like maybe this one, and then still stay in the grid. I'm actually thinking of just, you know, keeping the levels as they are and just leveling this out. Maybe this is the way to go. So like grabbing this one, and then of course strengthen it out and just push all of this back, which gives us a lot more soil. But we don't come into like weird... We don't end up with like weird stuff. Let's put it that way. I'll actually do this over on this entire area, I guess. Can maybe soften things out, but it's kind of nice to have things being flat up here. How's this looking? You know, I'll always have like this firefighter eye on it, just to check. Okay. I think I'm okay with this. I can live with it now. But yeah, let's look into how do we want to extend things over here. And one thing that I really want to do is like kind of in this area, like have another like parallel line of metro up this way. I don't want to put the mall like too far up here. Actually, maybe it is time to delete this and then close to this collector, or like next to this collector, run this this metro line. How does this look? Is this too sharp of a turn if I connect things here? Somewhat sharp of a turn. Let's delete this again. Take it out a little bit here. Should be easy to get the station. In between. So let's take the curve tool. I mean, this looks kind of alright. There's somewhat of a busy area over here that is kind of loud, but overall, like even if this is now, and I think for the metro bus depot, I will need it more like underground, which I'm not really too happy about. I mean, I could build another one with shops in like the middle of this outside metro area later. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm completely honest. Let me figure out how I want to do things, and then we'll be right back. Okay, friends, I decided to do the following, and first build out a little bit of this road network with, I'm not sure yet if the metro is going to be up here, but my main idea now is pretty much the following. So we're gonna look at those one-way roads, and I will just like take the basic ones and look that we will somewhat extend this grid here. So did I go full 800? Yeah, I did go 800. It's like a little bit of smaller blocks. I actually think maybe the grid should change so there isn't as many intersections over here. I think that could be actually beneficial. And then it's also fine if this leads over here. This is like 800. I mean, this actually works somewhat perfectly. But yeah, I wanted to like have this. It's somewhat of a weird intersection. Maybe we can put something over here. But what I basically want to do is I want to have like two lines. Like one line that is... So like the big plan in terms of like metro is to have like this, the M2, which is currently going from the Carborg Institute of Technology, or like the CIT Sports Ground, over into Hoglar. Have this probably being a ring line that is going through the downtown, through like various levels. So at some point, like up here, it's probably gonna go underground. Same, which is going to happen here because downtown is gonna be like over here, very, very dense in terms of population. So it makes sense for it to go underground. And have another like metro that is kind of like going along this way maybe. So looking at the metro stations that we have available, one thing that makes a lot of sense is kind of this where is it? It's the elevated dual island platform station. And I kind of want to have this, yeah, somewhat over here, I guess. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with like another underground. Oh, I tried something. I tried something over here which you don't have to be aware of yet. But yeah, so just trying to like figure out where exactly this is going to go. I am aware that the metro line is gonna go overground, like through potentially what is some residential up here, because this is where we're gonna expand now. But I'm gonna add some high residential, which is much more reluctant to noise. So let's see how this is going. And actually, I think it's somewhat of a short distance, but I think it's okay. So yeah, having this up here. And then, do I want another one on like an elevated island platform? I kind of like how they go, how they are up. I'm losing my words here, apologies for that, but I kind of like how these stations are going up. So we're gonna work with some very selective assets over here, I guess. First, let's finish out this grid. And then pretty much on the same height, I want to put... I don't think it's going to be a dual platform one. And over here, I'll create 2 lines and have them come together over here. And this is the one that I'm going to curve. And this is the one that is going to continue. And I think something that I can do, because I pretty much need it to be on this height again, and streets are free, perfect. So now does this work? It looks good enough to me. So yeah, there's this little bump now. Okay, this is pretty much, I am fine with this. Yeah, because I can't take this up more. Oh, it could have been straight. If I'm thinking about it now, it could have been straight, but I mean, this is how it is. So yeah, what I will do now is I will continue to build out this grid. And of course, it doesn't fully work. So I'll have to delete this little corner. Then take out the road first. And now we're gonna do the metro again. So let's build this out. Then we can do some detailing and fill these things in. And press the play button again, because overall we also need a little bit more play again. And then we can after detailing and doing a little bit of landscaping and just making things nice. Also potentially adding in more lines in terms of our metro. Finish up this episode. I really like this station here, by the way. So let's go ahead. Okay, now that we have things built up over here and have called it actually Upper Hoglar, which it's not anymore because I pretty much removed all of the stuff, like all of the hill, but it's fine. So I gave this, and again, like the Green Cities specialization, and I actually have a few ideas in terms of how I want things to look, like which assets I'm looking for over here. So in terms of like I'm gonna zone a couple of like 3x3 buildings, and let's see if the asset comes out that I want. I'll also do some still not so extreme commercial over on this side, and I also want to have a direct look at, you know, what parks can we put here, like what playgrounds, etc. I think like a dog park is something that can fit here quite nicely. You would think, you know, like a dog park, you could somewhat put it under the tracks. Because why not? Same for the small playground. This is not really the asset that I was looking for. This is the one that I'm looking for. This is kind of the one that I want. It's the one that I want. So let's zone another one up here. Because it gives this like nice mid, like low density, or like it gives like this mid crawl up to what can potentially be a bit bigger stuff up here. And then other things that I want to place over here is maybe things like the hospital. Which actually wouldn't be too bad. I'll put it here on this side. And then even though there is already some nice, there's the next one. This is how I want to have it. This not it. But yeah, I kind of like want a few of them like next to each other. Can I put parking spots like under this, under the metro tracks? No, of course not. This is also not the asset that I want. This will take a bit of time. Now let's focus to get electricity over here. So let's have a look at also some other health things. I can maybe even put another crematorium next to it. Oh no, it takes up more space than I thought. I'm a little bit unlucky. Like it worked very, very good over here. we'll put the high capacity fire station up here. Now also the electricity should jump over. There we go. This is what I want. So now I can fill it in third time. But this is really, really nice in terms of how I wanted it. Okay, I mean, like, I can just put a parking spot up here, and then over here, let's have another look at some of the other, like, healthcare things that we haven't used as much, like a sports hall and gymnasium. I think it's kind of cool to use up here. This is a little bit wobbly, but I am okay to live with it. Let's put parking space up here and some pathways. And could probably live really well with another, like, high capacity elementary school up here, and then building some parks around it. It's an elementary school, so let's go a little bit more for, like, playground. Does a large playground fit in here? Yes, it actually does. So, in terms of parks, let's put another parking spot down here. And then maybe we'll take some, you know, like, park assets. I'm not too sure. I mean, the restroom fits in perfectly, of, like, not wasting space, which is a weird thing that I often tend to do. But I also don't think it fits, and it's more like filling this out with some detailing. But yeah, that looks quite alright. I think I don't necessarily need another high school. I mean, like, I could potentially build another high school up here. Let's use the time and have a look at our university. Yes, there we are. So, at the end of the academic year, we will definitely be there. When does the academic year end? Should be soon. But yeah, we'll finally jump up another one in this episode. This is also an asset that I really like, to be honest, and something that is quite cool to build in like a block of 4. So it actually looks like it's this round buildings. I was thinking of maybe giving this the green city specialization. But yeah, overall this looks nice. So let's have a look into our tram routes, and also let's name this and take the M2 stop and move it up here, and we add these stops. So this one we call upper Hoglar. I mean, right now this is called Hoglar Central. I'm not so sure. And this, we call this, I guess this is North Hoglar. It's fine. Let's take in another. Actually, I want to move this stop over here. I'll create another line. that for now just goes back and forward. And we're gonna have a look at this metro line. This is going to be the M3 Hoglar. Or we'll just call it the M3 for now. Let's give this red color. I should also like make sure that I make these buildings that I actually want to keep in historical. Oh, think we're getting closer. No, we're not. But yeah, I'll figure these things out. We'll speed things up. I will detail a little bit meanwhile, and make some of these historical. Yeah, then we're ready to finish up the episode. Okay, not as much detailing today, but we did some other stuff in between. Now we have the academic year report, and finally our university has leveled up to level 2. So we now get the trade school cafeteria, we get the trade school fountain, we get the trade school gymnasium, and we get the trade school outdoor study. So probably what is going to happen, as I'm pausing the game here quickly, in the off and maybe in the live stream, I don't know if the live stream will happen between this and like next episode, I will do some more of refining and like selecting the actual assets that I want. We're having some noise issues here, but that was kinda expected. Maybe that is actually a little bit too close to the station. And especially for the citizens over here, there's going to be some noise. So yeah, maybe there's this, I have to remedy this a little bit with putting actual shops or something here. On this collector to change things up a little bit. But yeah, overall, as you can see, like I'm really happy with like this kind of asset collection, of like this wooden wall outside and just having like this block of the same building. It can be done a little bit nicer with like more space in between. It's kind of like happening again over here. And then yeah, I think like my plan is to just have like these big ones right up here. I mean, unfortunately there's then no light over to like watch over on the other side, but yeah, I'll figure those out. So yeah, at some point in the next few days there's probably going to be a live stream down on my Twitch. You can find the link down in the channel somewhere. Otherwise I might link it up in the cards. And yeah, so the next few episodes we're gonna continue finally building out the Carborg Institute of Technology. We're gonna continue creeping up Hoglar, and at some point starting to build this mall area over here, which is going to be really, really fun. And yeah, creep a little bit more into downtown. At some point soon it's also going to be time for our next park, because right now Carborg only has the old Cardinal Park. And we need something else, like a zoo, an amusement park, or something like that. But that is probably happening once we get one of the other tiles, go more towards a bigger population. Because yeah, those are the things that we now have to focus on. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this content, I would be very happy if you would press the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. If not, that is fine as well. Thank you very much for joining me today, and yeah, hope you're having a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.